Committee for 1 million cups. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for coming to 1 million cups. 1 million cups is a free program. Its purpose is to educate, engage, and inspire entrepreneurs. Every week, 1 million cup meetings are across the nation, close to about 180. 1 million cups is geared for aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners in businesses less than 5 years who are open to community engagement. Businesses can apply to 1 million cups. Once you're on there, go scroll down and hit apply to present. Are there any first timers here? Oh, okay, great. So you who've been here for forever, reach out to these first timers and introduce yourselves. That would be nice. We would like to show you a brief video so you can get a sense of what Million Cups is about. We will have a 10-minute presentation by Kaitlyn Cicchino. Correct? And she is with Blackwell Restorations. After that, Kaitlyn, we're going to have the audience give you advice and possibly resources addressing some of your challenges. It is a warm environment. If it's not meant to put you on the defense or anything like that, just be open, take it in, and this presentation is recorded, so you can always go back and look at it, which is probably going to be very helpful to you. We will be taking questions not only from the live audience that we have here, but also Zoom. So we'll be alternating back and forth. If you are on the Zoom, if you wouldn't mind putting your information on the chat. At the end, we will ask if there are any announcements. We ask that you keep those announcements brief. And then if you'd like, you can put them on the board, because honestly, I don't remember the dates of any announcements that are made here when they're made at the end. Facebook page, yeah, post it on the Facebook page. That would go a long way. So can we show the video? The 1 million cups video. Thank you, Sam. There's a real vibe, real energy here about yeah, two presenters who often they come and follow up on never about 6 minutes and feedback all the questions that they ask really guys think about two ways that think about it. That flow with the rest of the community. So over the years, we've added more cities. There's a great vision to see what's happening across the community. Last question for you: what can we as a community do? So, what can we do to help construction? What really will us at the people here on every single event? When somebody applies to present to one of them, they're instructed to watch a series of videos to become public understandings. It's invaluable information for someone who's founding a startup. I felt better prepared, felt more confident, and I think a little more focused than I would have been otherwise. And I'm not watching videos of startups. It's a great way to prepare. I really like that educational component because it does create that open forum. You can hear great ideas that will help you start thinking even more about what you can do your business. What I've learned from other entrepreneurs is very, very valuable. I'm thinking about only your own other people like yourself. Just hearing someone talk about this product, it just imagine they thought of other people out there like myself. Then, from the people that have ideas too, it helps you believe that you know what my idea is worth something important. the word going after, even if it looks like a shop, I can still go out and find it.
Thank you. Let's welcome Kaitlyn.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, fantastic. So my name is Kaitlyn, and I'm with Blackwell Restoration. We handle any fire, water, smoke, or mold damage restoration on your property, whether that's residential or commercial properties. And we're located all throughout Southeast Pennsylvania. Here's just our logo. Here's what we're about. So who we are, we're family owned and operated. We are located out of Quakertown, Pennsylvania in Bucks County. I'm the office coordinator, and my father, Dan Cicchino, is the owner. So it's a family deal over there. And I've been there for coming up to 5 years now. And this is something that I love watching grow, and especially my team. So here I have that we have a small crew of highly educated technicians and contractors who are certified through the IICRC. That is the highest standard in restoration that's possible. So when we come out to your property, you know that you're getting the best service and the best care that the industry has to offer. We definitely make it a priority that our team is certified so that they know exactly what to do and what. So here's just an example. These are jobs that we've done in the past 6 months. So we have water damage where we use specialized equipment to dry out the property. Smoke damage, this picture is actually from a puffback situation from a furnace. The fire, as you can see, the fire kind of started from that electrical, and then it kind of burst out and affected the entire property with soot. And then mold damage. These are just kind of things that we do every single day. Regardless of the size of the damage, we're able to help out. This is our service area. So we are located in Bucks, but we service Montgomery County, Berks County, Lehigh County, and Northampton County. And then actually here's a nice before and after of just some of the general construction things that we do as well. But if you wouldn't mind taking us to the Facebook page real quick, I just want to give you an idea. I handle all the social media for our company. So we have, all of our vehicles here. If you wouldn't mind just scrolling down, I update the Facebook page 3 times a week. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays, it's just kind of what's going on with our company. What we did over the weekend, who we helped, customers' feedback, whether that's just a little review that they leave on our documentation. And before and after pictures, just things to get our community more involved. Yeah, and then if you wouldn't mind going to the website. Sorry, I kind of gave him instructions beforehand. So if you want to scroll up, please. So here's our blogs. So I post a blog every single week on a Friday. So our goal is to not only help our community, but it's also to educate our community. I think that it's important. So if you wouldn't mind scrolling down to some of the titles here. So with tropical storms and hurricanes, this hurricane season's been a little crazy. I wrote an entire 5-paragraph blog post about it, tagging it to Blackwell, to our zip code, to our service area. I try to go above and beyond to have people be more interactive with what's going on. So when something happens to their property, they're educated and they know where to come. That's the goal. If you wouldn't mind going to the homepage of our website, actually. Sorry, this is a great little thing, but it doesn't bring me to different pages. Okay, scroll down just a little bit. I'm looking for the map. This is our home screen. So here's a great feature as well. So on the bottom, it connects our Google reviews to our website. So let's say that you were located in Coopersburg. You can actually zoom into the Coopersburg area. You don't have to do that. And then it'll be able to show all the jobs that we've done in that local area. My technicians use the applications on their phones to upload pictures for every job site that we're on. So we might have done work at your neighbor, and it'll be right in your neighborhood. And that's kind of all I want to show. So we can go back to the PowerPoint, please. All right. So again, that before and after. You can go. Oh, I can do that. Okay. So a lot of our challenges. So here's what we're facing. As you can see on our Facebook profile, we only have 212 followers. And I've been running this Facebook page for close to 5 years now, and it hasn't gone above that in a long time. I've tried to do competitions online, trying to get more people involved, encouraging our homeowners and our clients to interact with the Facebook page, leave us comments on our photos. If they see something from their property, let us know. We'll put you in a raffle. I've tried a million things, but nothing has been able to help. Same thing with our Google reviews. As you can see right here, we only have 23 listed for our Google reviews. For a business that's been in operation, we've been Blackwell Restoration since 2020. So 23 Google reviews in 2 years is a great thing. I'd like to double that. We deal with a lot of homeowners right in this area. But the thing is, when you're dealing with an insurance claim, homeowners aren't looking for us ahead of time. They're looking for us after something's already happened. We're normally brought in by insurance companies. And by the time that the job is done, the home is dried out, brought back to pre-loss, they're not thinking about us anymore. They're thinking about bringing their life back together. So people are less likely to leave us Google reviews. These are some of our challenges, especially because our competition. All of these companies are local, they're national, and they have the benefit of having a franchise behind them. We don't. We're family owned and operated, like I said. We're a small business, but we're passionate about what we do. And it's really important to me that I know we're not ever going to be as big as ServPro. I'm aware of that, but I want to be the go-to. I really want people to see our website, to see our billboards one day up and down 309 and be like, that's Blackwell. I know them. They did great work for my neighbor. Instead of going to what's comfortable, like Paul Davis, like ServPro, they're great companies, but we want to be a great company too. So that's kind of that. My main question is for all of you. If you were to suffer a loss in your home or business, who would be your first call? An insurance company, your neighbor's referral, that some guy that they know, Google or internet, or a combination of all the above? Now you don't have to answer, but this is kind of the question that I deal with when I am marketing. So it's who would the normal homeowner, the average homeowner, go to? Chances are it's going to be the insurance company. That's their first call. So do I market to the insurance companies, or do I go above them and try to market to the public? This is my conundrum. This is where I'm at. This is just a continuation. So to those who are not expecting a situation to happen, if they're not looking for Google reviews, it's not like a plumbing company where, you know, they need to get something taken care of in 2 seconds and it's a pipe that needs to be fixed. This is an actual home devastation. No one's expecting that to happen. So how do I market to those kinds of people, or someone who has never even gone through a fire, water loss, so a first-time home buyer? How do I market to them? Our competitors are so well known locally throughout the country. They spend on average $3,500 plus a month just on marketing, and then it's not even without their wider range of clientele from the national word of mouth, right? They have that backing of having a franchise. Another or locally owned and operated business. You know, if we got the big billboards up and down 309, would that make a difference? Or would it not, because we don't have enough clientele under ourselves to make that marketing difference? If you found yourself looking for a restoration company, would you look at social media, Google, or your insurance recommendations? It's mostly 3 different ways of looking at the same question that I continuously find myself asking. And our goal, like I said earlier, is to be the local go-to in property damage restoration for all of the counties that we service. Our team is skilled, we're compassionate, and we're educated in the needs of damage restoration. Our goal is to, if this were to happen in our home, we'd want to be treated the exact same way that we would like to treat our clientele. The golden rule is our rule in-house. We want the community to call us first because of the trust of their neighbors. Hey, I had a really great experience with Blackwell Restoration. They were nice. They showed up in an hour, no questions asked. They helped me out. I'm back in my house, and it's only been a week. That's what we're looking for. And that's that. So I have a lot of questions out to you guys, but I'd really like you to ask me some questions. I don't know how this works, but
All right. Well, I'm going to go around
Okay.
and thank you.
thank you so much, everybody. I really
Thank you
appreciate
so-
it.
I experienced a flood, long story. I live in a condo and townhouse community. Have you thought of going to the management associations and letting them know about your service? I use Surf Pro. They came in with a vacuum, cleaned out all the water, and I got a bill for $3,000. Done that myself through Home
Yes.
Depot. So
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, I fully understand. Hello.
Hello, I'm Brandon. So one of the things I was thinking about as I was hearing you about what you could do to set yourself apart is one of the things that's going on now in America is the people are kind of trying to move away from like the mainstream businesses, meaning the ones that you see everywhere, whether it's a Macy's or a GE or a Disney or the big guys, and trying to go for more local things. For example,
Yes.
like with restaurants, for example, going for local rather than Applebee's and or Carrabba's or anything. So I think applying that concept is what could set you apart. Is the fact that you're family owned, the fact that it's regional, that region, and I think the big push is saying that I mean, Tony just mentioned just a moment ago, spending 3,000. That's the mainstream national. What can
Yes.
you do to make yourself seem more not as mainstream, like oh, here's a $5,000 bill for something that's a small corner, and so make it seem more accessible. And one thing I've heard some businesses are doing are also like if maybe a family that's struggling financially is doing similar to like apps. Trying to remember the app's names, like a firm or any of those, where it's almost like a payment plan that could win people over too.
We do offer payment plans, but nobody, and we tell all of our clients this, and nobody has bitten on it. And
Okay.
I'm not sure why. And it's, it's something we offer to all of our homeowners, but they just say, well, insurance is going to take care of it. I'm not that worried about it. But, then we end up with a situation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Do we have a question on Zoom, Garish?
Good morning. Let me check. I don't see any hands up, but feel free to unmute yourself and raise your hand and ask a question or two. Let me just ask two things or two comments that I'll pass on to the audience here. And maybe some of it has been hinted at already. I believe your target customer is primarily the insurance companies, and you need to get on their good side first, because that's where most homeowners in a disaster situation, they're going to make that first call to the insurance company, and maybe many of them haven't gone through such an experience before. So the first thing they'll look for is a recommendation from the insurance companies. So you need to be on their good side. All the local agents, the insurance agents. Secondly, you could talk to home builders, those who built the original home. They may be a source of business for you because they don't necessarily want to come back and redo the kind of stuff that you do.
Absolutely.
And the third one is homeowners associations. As a group, they have a good weight, and they can help you with being listed as one of the go-to places in case you have issues. And lastly, I would say on your website, aim to educate the customer as to what you're doing rather than selling your services.
Absolutely.
The selling will come automatically afterwards, but this is a situation that many folks are not aware of. This is like their worst nightmare, to come home to a flooded house, and they don't prepare in advance for something like this. That's all I have for now.
Thank you.
So
So we all seem to be on the same kind of education theme. Have you ever done like lunch and learns or presentations in front of groups of people or on Zoom? Have you ever tried that?
So I am part of Lehigh Valley I'm sorry, the tip of the Lehigh Valley. So I do have a great networking over there. When it comes to actual lunch and learns, we would target insurance agents if we were to be doing that. The only issue is that I have to get certified if I'm going to be the one doing it, and my managers and my teammates, they're out in the field all day, so it would be me, and I just haven't been certified yet. So I don't want to be talking about something I'm not.
Well, can you
fully
do like a
educated.
more like a high level 35,000 foot approach versus get into the nitty gritty granule stuff where you don't have to be certified?
If I'm going to be teaching a course, because the insurance adjusters can actually get credits towards their business if they take these courses, these refresher courses. So they're not going to be open to other than me knocking on their door and just bringing donuts like, hey, how you doing? If I were to offer a lunch and learn, I would have to be able to provide them with the certs that they're going to be getting. But I know that's a great idea. I mean, that's something I've been working towards. I just have to kind of do it. Thank you.
Are there any comments on Zoom? Let me check. Do we see?
There's one from Rob Sayer.
Have you tried
suggesting-
marketing and have you tried marketing to independent appraisers? Are you a member of the Lehigh Valley Chamber?
I am not a member of the chamber, but we have done quite a few events with them in the past. The goal is to become a part of the chamber shortly. I haven't quite gone there yet.
Oh, wait. I was gonna get her. And then you get that one.
And what about independent appraisers?
Independent appraisers, when are you meaning in the real estate industry?
Insurance. They're people that-
Insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so we have contracts with Allstate, State Farm, but it's a rotational thing. I can definitely try to make some more appointments with independent appraisers. They're just kind of hard to get a hold of in my experience, but I'd be more than happy to do that. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay. Yeah. Because I think that, you need to, I'm not sure that there's a real, I don't know what if the insurance companies are, you're such a small, I mean, you're an important part, but, they just want to deal with the claim and move on.
Exactly.
So, it's probably going to be the homeowners that if you, besides doing the work, if you can provide them insight about how they can, because obviously this is something new and it's something they don't experience, hopefully more than once. But
Exactly. Yeah.
so I think, helping them understand what to expect. This is maybe an educational thing, what to expect and how you might be able to help them understand like the ins and outs of insurance. I know people who've had, I'm a real estate investor, and I know people who've had claims denied from insurance for years. I mean, like 3, 4, 5 years because of some stupid technicality. And so they're really in a really financial, they can't get the work done because they can't get any money. So helping them understand, helping homeowners understand, like, not just the benefit, what you do well, I'm sure you do well, you wouldn't be in business, but also how to really navigate and think about the kinds of policies that, and just the ins and outs of what is really a good policy and what it isn't, things like that, because that's something that they really don't know. And it doesn't, it's not going to cost them. You could provide some information that they may not really know. And I think there is a difference in policies. And like the policies I know, they got denied because they had their furnace blew up and it caused a fire. And so they've had a dispute for like 3, 4, 5 years. So the property's empty for all that time. And it was because of some technicality in their insurance policy. And so the people had to move out, they had to put so it's just sitting there for years.
Yeah,
So,
we see that every day with different situations, and especially deductibles. Homeowners aren't even aware sometimes of what their deductible is and that they have to pay to us. So it's kind of like the extent of the loss is something that, it's a conversation with insurance companies every day.
So, so the agents that are partners that you could be would be good partners for you would be agents that sell that, and to sort of say, to help them understand, help them sell, sell their policies, because, and then you could be a partner if it actually happened, but help homeowners understand that risk, because it's not just in hurricane areas and fire areas that people are finding out, like, oh my gosh, I don't have flood insurance, but also like, I don't have, my risk insurance is different than what I thought I had covered.
Rob, we need to
Okay, we're going to take it. We have other
Thank you.
people here with a lot of other questions. Thank you so much for that.
Thank
Hold
you.
on.
Hi, great presentation. Also, this is the insurance corner. There's like 5
I
insurance agents
love
back
it.
here.
Hello.
So we can help
Thank
you.
for
We're
introducing
licensed to help you. But the things I want to say is, one, I'm from Coopersburg. Have you reached out to Quakertown Alive?
Yeah. So, actually I live right where they do it. So
Okay.
I think 2 years we've been trying to get in and I haven't gotten in yet.
Okay.
And, so I'm hoping for next spring is when we can do it.
Okay.
That's definitely on my to-do list.
Yeah, they're going to be good. And as someone who flies up and down 309, I don't look at the billboards, but we have the penny power, and a lot of people read that. There's thumbs up and thumbs down that are hilarious, and a lot of people read it. But if you have an ad big enough, people are going to see it and read it. And the more consistent you are, same with like the Coop, the QFR, like all the diners, they still do the old school placemat with the ads. Like, that's what Coopersburg and Quakertown are all about, is like the small town feel. So kind of getting your stuff in like those little ways.
Yeah. Fancy does that
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great idea.
Great. Now nobody could hear you in Zoom.
Tony, we've got a question.
I'm just piggybacking. Hi, Latoya with Exquisite Candles. Sorry. I was just going to add that I used to have a store in the Quakertown Farmers Market. Diligently, they come and put that in everybody's store every single week, but then we end up telling other people about the things that we see. So that's huge.
Awesome. That's a great idea. I look at the penny power every single
Yeah,
week.
I'll use that over Angie's list any day.
Awesome. Because we're on Angie's list. So that's so funny. Okay. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
Eloise. I do social media and I'm jealous of the insurance corner over there. We have some social media video people over here. So we're going to call this the social media corner. Yeah. So when you were saying about your Facebook page, how you've been stuck at 212 followers for a while, I understand that. I was stuck at a very low number for a very long time until Reels came around. And I don't know if you said earlier that you don't really go on site very often, but if you can go on site right now, one of the is happening on the internet are people watching renovation videos. They love watching lawn renovations, home renovations, kitchen renovations, any type of before and after. It's a huge right now that is bringing a lot of people in. So if you can start making reels and doing just like here's the before video of what this looked like, and here's the after, and then just putting your branding and logo on it, and putting that up on reels. And if you do them short, 7 to 10 seconds tops, that'll start generating more people coming to your page, and it'll probably help with raising numbers. I have a ton of other ideas, but I'm going to keep it short.
That's a
I could talk about this
fantastic
for-
idea. I
like,
really
could talk about this
appreciate
for
that.
hours. So
Thank you.
I don't know if I can follow that up. Nicole with Tinkerin, and just some of the little things that kind of came up for me is when you were saying about the other, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but it made me think about the home expo and getting into like the different home expos that happen here, either at the Allentown Fairgrounds or in Bethlehem, that they do once or twice a year. And then also getting out to, I know you're part of LaTip, but getting out networking groups and really connecting with other people, because I know we have a representative that shows up at the Ladies Doing Business almost every single Friday from Brothers That Just Do Gutters. And when he was talking about so I'm not cool. Okay. So one of the good things, and it kind of goes with what you were saying, is one of the good things that she does every single time is part of her like 30 to 60 second little, here I am, here's your little tip for the week. It's me. I mean, obviously, if I need anything to do with gutters, I know who to call because that is at the forefront of my mind every single week. And it is being touched on every week. And some of the realtors, they do that too, is part of their introductions, is telling just like a little tip on how to buy a house, where the market is. Giving out those little informationals gets your name out there. And it gets me thinking, if somebody's saying, I need gutters, who do I go to? Well, my first, is Brothers That Just Do Gutters, because they're forefront of my mind every single week or every other week. Depends, but they're all over the place. That's not the only place I go. They're around.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
So, that's just, Wait a minute here. Okay.
Hi,
Yeah.
my name is Heidi von Liebenstein, and I wrote a couple notes. I want to also kind of go off of what some of the other people have already said. I don't know, I know what they're saying because I understand, but I don't know if you're quite getting it. So, you're going to get a recording and I'm going to download a bunch of stuff. But when he was talking lunch and learn, usually I'm sitting in a spot where Pete sits. He does a lunch and learn once a month. That you're not going to just the insurance corner. You're going to the other business owners, and then you would end up paying for the lunch. And then you have all these other people, and then you are the star there, just like you are here. And
Okay, I am so sorry. I thought we were talking about something totally different. I apologize. Okay, I apologize. I really thought we were talking about something different.
And the gentleman who was on the Zoom talking about independent insurance adjusters, I have a contact. I can give you one. Nothing against the insurance people, but I had to have a claim on my house, and I used an independent insurance adjuster. As they only get paid if they get a commission. And so with that, they're a lot more motivated. So if you get a handful of those and they're going to be going to their own networking events, they're going to be salespeople for you.
Fantastic.
And the reels, they're awesome. Even if you have iPhones, it'll do a live video and you can put a bunch of those and then you can see what music is like hip hop. And then just because you're putting the hashtags in it and you're putting that music, it'll pull in other people who like those music. And then for the other stuff, I would say, who is your avatar? Like, who is your ideal customer? Because if you start looking at that, you're going to find some people that they all have the same similarities, whether it's houses with fireplaces, if it's some people will have certain spending because they're going to be investing into their property versus other ones who don't want to invest into their property. There may be homes that are like higher water levels. Once you kind of narrow that down and you target you don't need a lot of money for Facebook ads, but when you target that, once you get about 100 people in your cache, then Facebook knows who your ideal customer is, and then it'll be more precise with any kind of advertising as you're going forward. But the other stuff that you have on the website and your system for 3 days a week and mixing it up, I think you're spot on for that. The other thing is maybe go to townships or boroughs and find a list of who they're having problems with, and see if that's something that you can maybe address. And also the whole real estate market and dealing with real estate investors are getting into that. And then when you see something on the news, like there's some tragedy and somebody has a house, try to be the first one there. Because if you can fix that, then you can also have them do a press release afterwards. So like, hey, this so-and-so had this tragic fire however many months ago, and afterwards we came and we fixed this. And then it's something that you can kind of give and kind of like toot your own horn for. And I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you.
So I'm actually Jess with BBSI, but I used to work for Serpro as a marketing rep, and then I turned insurance broker, and now I sit on the PEO side of things. What I really wanted to say is I wanted to touch back on the lunch and learn. So Serpro did lunch and learns as well as the CE credits. The CE credits are great, but I'm not going to lie, as an insurance broker, I'm not attending any CE credit courses unless I absolutely have to per my license, which is 24 credits every 2 years. So you can still do lunch and learns. A lot of people are interested in, you know, your process and how you're going to take care of their client because they're essentially passing their client off into your hands. One thing that I also wanted to say is that partnering with brokers is awesome. However, we can't steer. So we can't tell our client, hey, go to Blackwell Restoration. We can list 3 options. And what you should be asking when you go into a broker's office is, what can I do to be the first option that you list in that list of 3? Because that's all we're allowed to do by law. With that being said, doing the lunch and learns and just bringing things by the office and just building that natural connection will make them naturally want to refer you. But if you need anything, I would love to help any way that I can.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Tony, can we take a question in Zoom? Girish, do you have anything in Zoom?
No, not at the moment. I don't see any hands up. So we're good here.
Okay.
Is there someone on?
Go ahead.
Okay, so all right. So just a few points on the you mentioned that you're still struggling with Google reviews, but also social media followers. And we were struggling with that too until about 3 years ago. As far as reviews are concerned, we were actually stuck at 17 for over 4 years plus. And I went down to Dallas to go and see how one of the franchisees was doing there. And literally it just changed how I was doing reviews. And so from there, we moved from 17 to now we're 524.
Wow.
That's just one location.
That's
So one of the ways that we did was, you know, and I know that you mentioned that because you guys deal with insurance companies, so you probably don't deal with their homeowners directly. Maybe one of the things that you probably might consider doing is while the guys are out there working, figuring out a way to be able to show up on the job site and figure out how to be able to interact with the client and just ask, how's the process going? Is there anything that we could be able to, you know, do to make the process go a little bit smoother? And then from that, just be able to tell them we're a small business, we're family-owned business, and things like review go a long way for us. So even though they're not dealing with you directly and they're dealing with the insurance company, but because of that approach where you're showing so much concern and love, I think they're much more inclined to go and give you reviews. As far as the social media followers are concerned, same thing. We were stuck at about 200 for a long, long time. And what I actually came up with is, so I do all the social media posting and stuff. I manage that. Is I would come up with like when it rains, cats and dogs, you know, gutters don't work or something like that. It would be like a picture of a cat in a gutter. And then I would boost that, and people would just, when you boost it, now a lot of your, you know, core, you know, homeowners are looking at that. And so what people found that funny and cute, anything to do with animals, dogs, cats, things like that. People love that. And what they would do is they would like, reshare, repost. And then I would actually now go and see over 500 people have liked it. And I would be like, invite to you know, to like your page. And I would get a lot of reviews from that and Facebook followers as well. And then lastly, as far as I wanted to mention this, it doesn't matter if it's a franchise owner. I'm a franchise owner, right? I started from scratch with one truck by myself. It's the way that you engage the community, the way that you involve, that's what sets you apart from the franchisees for franchise. So it doesn't matter. A lot of times people don't even know I'm a franchisee until I actually mention. So it's my involvement in the community, you know, the work that I'm doing. You guys probably see me everywhere and I don't care. I'm going to do it. I am everywhere. That is the best way to grow your business locally and to beat your competition, because your competition, they're focused on just the bottom line. They're not focusing on being involved with the community, and you need to be involved with the community because these folks then become your salespeople.
Awesome.
Anything with cats is going to raise your numbers up.
And Jimmy, I'm excited to do the harvest event with you coming up next month. I'm going to be there. So, hello.
Everyone in this room has said this. I have to write a book about this or my life. Everybody has said that. So I've been in the business for 30 years. I'm in the insurance business, not like the corner back there in casualty.
Okay.
I'm in medical group medical and Medicare. So I'm very lucky because 140 million people are going to be age 65. Write 2 books, and I did. I'm going to tell you what separates you from your competition is called a unique selling purpose. Separate yourself from the competition. Very few of your competition ever wrote a book. Tell your father, take your time, write a book, drop it off to the local. If you drive from here back to Quakertown, you'll drive by 30 local all-state agent offices. To get your author copies from Amazon is $2. $2. I give these away for free. Since I met Jason a couple days ago and Lehigh Valley and Aging, I have 9 seminars scheduled just by giving people my book. We need you to come to our place to talk. So the reason is I have a lot of competition, but what separates me from the competition is people love to use somebody that is a 2-time published author. Who better to go to for my needs than to an author? So I'm telling you, it's easy to do. Write a book and keep them in your car. And I bet you 7 people may come up to me to say, I got a parent, I got an aunt, I got an uncle in Medicare. They need your help. I'm telling you, I'm overwhelmed now. It's like your business card on steroids. It really is. It's incredible. That's all I
Awesome.
can share with you.
Thank you so much.
Do we have anyone on Zoom?
No, we're good.
All
Thank
right. We have a question here.
So 2 things. My first question is regarding any of, not every industry has it, but some industries have key collaborators. Do you have anyone that you would typically partner with or become friendly with in certain circles to be able to gain referrals and to influence new business? And then I've got to mention about ServPro after you answer that question.
Sure. So, yeah, any of the trades really, especially plumbers, HVAC, when there's a leak or a puff back in one of the units inside a residential property, I would love to be their first call. It's kind of like there's a referral opportunity for us to them as well. Because we get a lot of calls to say, hey, we have a leak and water falls coming through the ceiling. There's 2 broken pipes. I do refer out a specific number of plumbers who then give us work in return. So I would say the trades are a big power partner.
I would put those collaborators, whoever they are, on some sort of rotation of connecting with them. You want to be top of mind with them. And so I would find a way to do that, and then take the lunch and learn idea and find some good referral sources in that group and do some lunch and learns with their key people who would be your contacts that could send you those referrals. The follow-up I have is to a point that was made earlier. ServPro, not here in the Lehigh Valley, but up at Pocono in Monroe County in the Pocono Chamber of Commerce, has a marketing representative who's very, very active, very engaged in the chamber, very engaged in the community. Somebody had mentioned it earlier. You want to mimic what your competition is doing, not just by the trade you're in, but by the way they're going to market. I can tell you for myself, I have people that are emulating what I've done, both in the space that I'm in and outside the space, sort of ripping a page out of my book. And I'm not bothered by that. That makes me better because I'm going to have to step up my game because they're going to be following me. But you want to do the same thing. Okay.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, we have another question or comment.
Hi, so I had a couple suggestions for you. Your presentation was very good. Thank you for having it. The first one would be social media is great. The Reels idea is fantastic. However, you might run into some people that have things where they don't necessarily want their home to be seen on social media through video.
Correct.
So whether it be a video in a reel or a photo, I think to bring it back to the education piece, you should really spend time to not just post the before and after, but what are the causes of some of the things that happened? Why was there a water leak? Why was there smoke damage? Why was there what caused the fire? Getting back to that preventative educational step on, even if this isn't happening to you, this is how you can prevent it from happening to you. And I think that'd be really big on your social media to let people know the before and after, but also the preventative measures that they can take. Being in the insurance corner, we do a lot of preventative work over here. So that was one comment that I had. And
Awesome.
Another is your audience is really both, and it really does boil back down to people, right? Because you're going to not talk to the insurance companies, but the people that work for the insurance companies. So being around, like Jimmy is everywhere, being all over the place and being sure that you're top of mind for everybody is very important. And it's going to be different for the insurance company people versus the customer, right? They're going to want to see the reels and the before and afters, but the insurance people are going to see what's in it for them. What kind of service are we getting? And are we going to be able to have you hold our name in high standard whenever you go out to do this work?
Absolutely. I really appreciate that.
Okay, here, right there.
Do you have a referral program?
With plumbers, yes. So we would be giving them a percentage of the lead. So if they gave us a lead that ended up being $1,000, we would give them a percentage of that via gift card. So they do the same thing for us.
How about your existing clients? Anything for your existing clients?
No, nothing for our existing clients.
Good service.
Oh, sorry. We have time for one more questions because then we have to get into announcements.
Yeah, my name's Kyle with Heritage Financial. I reviews as well, and I'm just one guy in my company. I mean, I'm it. So the client deals with me from beginning to end, and there's a point at the end where it's the last follow-up conversation, and I get them on the phone and I send an email to them while I'm on the phone with them. The email breaks down what I want them to say. It gives them 5 questions. It says, how did you find me? What did you need? What was your experience? Basically leads them into a review that I want. And I give them the links right there. So I call them, I review the final numbers with them, and then I tell them email they did. And they're going to do the review right then and there. I mean, I don't know if you have time or if there's a touch point at the end of the process for you in which you're involved with the client, but whoever mentioned it over here, get more involved in that process. You'll get those reviews if you can get that personal touch and you ask for it personally at the end. I'm just a small business. I just want, you didn't find me because you went online, or if you did, if it was word of mouth, you went to Google, you saw the reviews. So if you could do the same for me, there's another homeowner that could use my services. If they could see how good your experience was with us, then that would help them as well. So I found that the personal touch at the end, the phone call, and I mean, some people do give a $50 gift card to Home Depot in my business and things like that to ask for those reviews. If you just ask for a person, I found it, to get those.
Yeah, and that's a great idea. We have a document, it's called the Certificate of Satisfaction, that has to be submitted to the insurance companies after a claim is handled. I'm sure my corner is familiar. But on that document, we actually have a little section that's a scale of 1 to 10 with a little, and then at the very bottom we have, would you be comfortable letting us share your review online and or posting photos of some of the loss. And a lot of people, and I don't know why, but I think it's because it's an insurance claim and they're kind of detached from it, that they'll leave us a review, but then they'll say no. Like you can't use my home, can't use my review, but it's for us. I guess they want us to know how great of a job we did, but they're not willing to share it. I mean, it's like a thing, and then it has three questions underneath that they can leave blank. They can answer it if they want. These are the things, I'm trying to rework this, and that's a great idea though, to really touch base and do something like that.
Well, let's give Kaitlyn a real big round of applause.
Thank you guys so much.
And you can ask her questions afterwards, and this is for you. Hopefully it has no leaks. And is there anyone here who's been here now for more than 10 times? Really? All righty, then you get a cup. And are there any announcements on Zoom?
No hands here, no show of hands, so we're good.
Okay. Any announcements here?
Thank you. So next Tuesday, October 3rd, having a 401k roundtable. So no products will be sold here. We're going to be talking about the benefits of 401k. So whether you have an existing 401k, and again, this is for entrepreneurs, business owners, and high-level HR people. So discussing benefits of 401ks, we're going to talk about why you should have a competent and qualified third-party administrator. And then we're going to talk about who is managing, why is that so important? There's a lot of, hack mutual funds out there, and we're going to kind of dissect, what is happening with, the industry and how we can make it better for, The start time is 1 p.m. and it's on Zoom. We'll post it on the chat. So anyone interested, I'll give you more details. You know, if anyone here is interested, we'll give you more details. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Shelley with Dreamcatcher Career Coaching. I have my confidence workshop for women offering on Saturday, October 14th. And then Saturday, November 11th, I have a college grad workshop. It's for young professionals and recent college grads that are having a hard time getting their career started.
Hello, Nicole with Tinkerin, and I am excited that I am going at the Banana Factory. We have a couple workshops coming up. One is starting next Tuesday night. And so if you are looking to pause and get a little creative, I invite you to join and check that out. Also, I have a workshop series that is starting this Thursday. It is a group of 4 and it's going to be offered and continuing to grow off of, and it's called Moments. Engaging in nurturing times and self-care. And so moms, you don't just have to be a munchkin. If you maybe you're a grandmom, I don't know, but if you're looking to do a little bit more of a deep how to take time for yourself, separate yourself and be a better mother for your children. Be there to be a better mother for your children. I invite you to check out the website, read up about it, learn about it, and sign up. And if you know any moms out there that could really use this, whether or not you are of a mother of a young, older, and want to check it out, please let them know about this. Thank you. We are going to keep this with just the ladies this time. And so if there is a desire for the men to get together, you know, just honestly get to me, let me know, and I will set it up and I will make it happen. Meaningful conversation can actually happen if it's just the men, and if it's just the women, it will be a very different conversation versus doing the mixed company. And so I would definitely, no, it's honest and true. And so honestly, if there are men out there, the Mr. Moms out there that want to do this, I honestly, please reach out to me, let me know, and I'll make it happen. Thanks.
Don't be hating on Nicole. She's a wonderful person and she loves men. Anyway. Next Wednesday, Brian Tracy live for free. Eat That Frog, 2 p.m., 1 hour. It's going to change your life. Hit me. I'll give you the link.
No, it's none of that. I swear. Hi guys, Latoya with Exquisite Candles. I'm going to be starting the first ever candle making workshops here at Northampton Fowler Center. So October 11th is the Hocus Pocus candle class, but it's almost sold out. Only 2 seats left. In November, it's going to be the pumpkin patch. And then in December, we have the hot cocoa and flannel candle making class. So if you're interested, head on over to their website and sign up. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Alex Merriman here, and we are the tentative date for a charity event that we're putting together, myself being Mitchell Lopez, Amy Keats, and myself, and Audra Frank, is October 15th. And it is to benefit a local family in the south side of Bethlehem through the Community Action Center. So if you want some details on that, please connect with me after this. Thank you.
Anybody here on this side? No? Okay.
Hi, Erin Zebertavage. I'm the Southside Arts District Downtown Manager, and we are excited for our 27th annual Chili Fest, Saturday, October 21st. There'll be 20 competing chilies over here on the South Side, and you can vote for your favorite if you like it spicy and maybe not so spicy, but we have all different spice levels. So join us October 21st. Tickets on sale. Hit Southside Arts District. .com.
Way back there, Roger.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So save that for later. Any other announcements? We're good. All right. Well, thank you all for coming. You're a dynamic group. Thank you for your suggestions and have a great day.